Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this special bulletin with the absolute dumpster fire of the previous fiscal year for Ubisoft and the cratering of their stock prices. What could possibly be next for Ubisoft? Could they rise like a phoenix from the ashes of this debacle? Could they continue to fail, get bought out by Tencent? Maybe an activist buyer comes in and privatizes the stock and tries to make some changes for the better. What's next? Well, since lately we've been having some fun with rumors and assumptions, conjecture, and all kinds of speculation, but be careful not to take those speculations too far. These are rumors indeed. Rumors that we're just gonna, we're gonna spread some rumors around because this is fun. Anyway, let's go along for this little ride over at that Bar Place. Rumor control. Rumor. Ubisoft's upcoming Assassin's Creed Hexe will be the gayest Assassin's Creed yet, because apparently they're taking their cues from Marvel, from Disney. Oh my goodness. What is this? I mean, that's a cool picture. Anyway, new rumor claims that the upcoming Assassin's Creed Hexe will be the gayest Assassin's Creed yet. This is the most blatant repetition from title to first. Stop that, John. Stop it. According to YouTuber Endymion and his Ubisoft insiders, the next Assassin's Creed game, Assassin's Creed Hexe, will be the gayest Assassin. That's the third time you said it. Anyway, I want to make this clear. I'm not picking on Endymion. I am not targeting Endymion. That Park Place is writing articles about Endymion's statements from his Ubisoft insider. And, I'm going to give my opinion on that. Now, I'm not familiar. I'm going to have to go check out Endymion. Do a little deep dive into what other rumors he's brought out there, how accurate they are, and you do the same thing. Hell, do the same thing to me. I have no problem eating crow. I've done it quite a few times, and with Ghost of Yotei, shit, I screwed it up again. With the next Ghost game, I might be eating crow when all is said and done. We shall see. Anyway, just want to make sure I'm not picking on him. I make jokes. But let's see what Endymion's Ubisoft insider had to say. In the above video, Endymion shared, go check out Endymion. I'm going to link Endymion's video too, because that's only fair. Don't let me forget that. The link to the original article, link to his video, going to stick that in the almost said in the comment section, in the description of the video. In the above video, Endymion shared, quote, I was also told about the next Assassin's Creed, which is called Hexe, codename Hexe, which is set during the Salem witch trials. Now, this little part right there is oh so very important to the next few statements. Maybe not the gayest Assassin's Creed yet, but we're internally claimed, and get this. Okay, so internally it's being called the gayest Assassin's Creed yet. Boy, oh boy, if that's true, if they're talking about it like that, you're going to turn people away, because that is the dumbest marketing you could possibly put out there. They did it with Ahsoka. They're doing it with Agatha all along. And those shows were garbage. Absolute garbage. So if this is how you actually want, if this is true, again, rumor. Take it with a grain of salt. If this is true and not just conjecture, then I can legitimately believe the game is dead on arrival before they've even shown more than a teaser trailer. Quote continues, I'm told that it only has a single female protagonist. Let's go stop right there. It's set during the Salem witch trials. You want to know what happened during the Salem witch trials? We all know what happened during the Salem witch trials. A bunch of women were put to death. Okay? There were accusations made against women all over Salem, and they were put to the gallows, among other nefarious ways to check someone out of this mortal coil. So, yeah, this actually makes sense. A single female protagonist. If there's a game out there, if you're playing during the Salem witch trials and you play as a witch or an accused witch, but also if it's the most fantastical Assassin's Creed yet, dealing with magic and whatnot, mysticism, it makes perfect sense that you would only play as a female protagonist. That's organic storytelling, and I think it's acceptable. It's just the gayest part. That's just what? Huh? Anyway, Also, the most fantastical Assassin's Creed yet. There will be lots of mysticism. I'm down for that. And we'll also have, as they said, very striking visuals. Down for that too. I don't know if that means an entirely different art style or anything, but this is what I was told. Let's continue. Next, he said, I was told it will still be an open-world action game like the other ones, but from what I've been told, it is the biggest departure yet from the series, probably because it's getting into more mysticism. My sources claim that Hexe is very, very female power-oriented. Again, Salem witch trials. It's not a problem if it makes sense. We're talking lots of lesbian relationships, okay? But is that what they said? Or is this conjecture? Conjecture? Conjecture. Assumption. Is this speculation? We do like to do that. But how far do we take it? Did they say the relationships in the game will be same-sexual lesbian relationships? Or, you know, female characters. It has a witch coven because, well, that seems to be the thing right now. And apparently very little masculine presence within the game. One more time for everybody in the back. Salem witch trials. Again, I would think, I would expect there to be, as far as your protagonist, your character, I would expect there to be very little masculine presence, unless it's coming from the townsfolk who are trying to send you up to the pearly gates or, you know, downstairs. Although my sources told me that they believe that the game will be scaled down in the future and then made into a Liberation-esque game instead of a mainline title. Oh, well, why would you do that? Maybe because they're terrified of the backlash that is sure to happen when people see, oh my god, it's only got a woman character in there. It's set during the Salem witch trials. Anyway. Let's see, as for why it is likely getting scaled down, mostly because Ubisoft does not have confidence that Hexe will sell well at all. I don't think Ubisoft has any confidence that Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to sell, especially based on the abysmal pre-order sales. I mean, they delayed it and gave everybody their money back. The quote continues, and this too was put in development when a lot of these pandering were first being pitched or made. Now, I believe that. 100%. A lot of this stuff was announced 2-3 years ago, and during that time, well, that was the environment going around. Everyone was pandering to this modern audience that still, to this day, does not exist. So, would it surprise me at all that this game, again, honestly, well, because of the Salem witch trials environment, 100% believe it's going to be female-centric. Because, again, I'm not going to repeat myself, but because of when the game was announced, yeah, 100% believe it. Let's keep going. Internally, as I was being told, the developers behind Hexe joked that the game will indeed piss off the fan base. Oh, now that's a shame. But they wanted to make it anyway because, you know, that's great for marketing. It's going to piss everybody off, but we're going to make it anyway. You're just, again, rumor, if it's true. Which, well, again, based on the atmosphere, based on the environment, based on everything coming out of these mainstream developers, the big AAA and quadruple A studios, it's very difficult not to believe. Back to the quote, I assume because the game is devoid of male characters, didn't say devoid, it's very lacking. Besides, of course, the ones you will probably kill or hunt. Well, Salem witch trials, they're trying to kill and hunt you. And like I said, it's going to have borderline magic, Salem witch trials, at this point in the Assassin's Creed series. So expect lots of weird, I read that as LSU, ISU gobbledygook? Gobbledygook. It's witchcraft. Gobbledygook. Oh my goodness. Oh well. But that's what I was told. You're really saying that a lot. That's what I was told. I'm not the one saying it. Now, come on. Assassin's Creed Hexe, Project Hexe, was announced back in 2022 during an Ubisoft Forward. Brief teaser trailer showed the Assassin's Creed symbol made out of a bunch of branches hanging in a dark, gloomy, creepy, and grim forest. Mark Alexis Quixote provide a different experience in terms of the game? Yeah, it's definitely going to be a different experience. Because of where I'm from, the idea of witchcraft and more specifically voodoo, it does pique my interest. I was legitimately interested in South of Midnight until I heard Sweet Baby Inc. was involved. And then I saw the trailer and noped out of that one. I'm not going to necessarily condemn a game simply because, well, no, actually, I think I am. We can't support if Sweet Baby Inc.'s involved. Yeah, send a message. But I was interested in the aesthetic look of South of Midnight, and with Assassin's Creed codename Hexe, the idea that it's set during the Salem witch trials, the fact that it's a female protagonist. Okay, so was Metroid. Moving on. What bothers me, what would be the problem, is, well, it's Ubisoft, Ubislop, whatever you want to call it, whatever different nickname you want to give them. I think that's more of the problem than anything else, than any of this other stuff. Because having a female protagonist, as I've said numerous times here, having a female protagonist makes sense due to the setting. And that's the number one thing we're asking for. Something like that does not strike me as forced, DIE nonsense. Wouldn't even sniff at the idea of Sweet Baby Stench's involvement, because it comes across as organic. Unlike, not having a Japanese male character in a game set in feudal Japan. That, two different situations. But what do you think of this rumor? What do you think of this? The gayest Assassin's Creed yet. Endymion, if this is true, my man, I will eat crow on camera. Okay, not on camera, but you get you get my picture. I will make a video. I am curious how connected your contact is. Simply curious. Gayest Assassin's Creed yet. Are you excited? Do you take these rumors with a grain of salt or with any credibility? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Leave a like, leave a dislike. And actually, here's the question. Would you be interested in playing an Assassin's Creed game, or a game in general, where you're playing and it's more fantastical, where witchcraft is actually real in the universe? Would you play a game set during the Salem witch trials where you are being hunted and judged and accused and you have to survive? Personally, if done right, depending on the studio, sounds like a rather interesting game. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below for the gayest Assassin's Creed yet. Okay. Anyway, leave a like, leave a dislike, do all those nifty little things that YouTubers beg you to do, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye-bye.